Good evening and welcome to Smith Family Stadium, home to the impressive Duke softball team, who comes in at number 14 in the country under Marissa Young with a 341 and 136 record in 9 seasons. She'll take on Courtney Briot in her second season now at Charlotte with a record of 56 and 49. Duke's overall record 52 and 12. They're 18 and 3 in the ACC and currently on a 5-game win streak. Meanwhile, Charlotte overall 26 and 22. Their conference ranking is 10 and 11. They are currently on a 3-game losing streak that they would like to try to snap tonight. Starting on or in the circle for the Duke Blue Devils is Wheeler. And just to give you an idea on Wheeler, she's a sophomore from Florida. Wheeler with a drop and off-speed pitch, and low to mid 60s is her speed range. We'll get to the defense behind her as we take a look at the lineup that she's going to face. As due up for Charlotte, it'll be London Dirks, the right fielder, followed by Jenna Lord, wearing number 11 at third base. Audrey Wilson, the catcher, batting third. The DP, Sydney Lewis, at fourth. Tegan Ritchie, the shortstop, at fifth. Center fielder Olivia Williams, wearing number 10, at sixth. Breland O'Hearn, as we're getting ready for the first batter, is batting seventh. Savannah Wynn batting eighth, and Jayla Jarrell batting ninth. It's Wheeler to Shattuck, who is the catcher, who's been doing quite a bit of the catching, and part of that has led her to some weekly ACC awards. It'll be Matthews, Jennings, and Lamar across the outfield, and then Jones, Oakland, Vega, and Stafford across the infield. That gets your defense set, the entire Charlotte lineup set, a little bit on Wheeler, and the first pitch from Wheeler to London Dirks is across for a strike. Duke has put themselves in a position with Clemson looming. Clemson will be here on Friday. That game will be on ACC Network Extra. Then they'll go linear on Saturday the 25th, and then Sunday the 26th. And then, it's the ACC tournament, May 6th through 9. Wheeler out in front, 0-2 right away to London Dirks. Dirks comes in with a batting average of .333. She's got 2 home runs and 7 doubles, 18 RBI. Does not strike out very often, only 9 strikeouts on the season, as she keeps an eye on that one. Behind the count, 0-2. Did not swing at kind of a purpose pitch, I call it, from Mallory Wheeler. I think the plan is for Duke to see 3 pitchers in the circle. This one hit to Vega, who's been money all the way around, offense and defense, complete package, as it really does feel like Duke is settling in as a team that you are not going to mess with. Prior to starting this 5-game win streak, they lost by 1 to North Carolina, but before that, they had actually won 7 in a row. Then they lost to Stanford, and before that, they had also won 5 in a row. They've had several 5+ game win streaks on the season, which adds up to this overall record of 52 and 12, 18 and 3 in the conference. Little non-conference tilt here on a Tuesday night. Beautiful evening for softball in Durham. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out here. Second batter, Jenna Lord. And Jenna Lord takes a look at a strike. Jenna Lord with big numbers, 11 home runs, 14 doubles, 2 triples, 36 RBI. She also does not strike out very often, just 7 strikeouts against 17 walks. Good eye as that misses along the edge from Wheeler. The count is 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. My name is Dean, delighted to be with you here for this game on ACC Network Extra. Our executive producer, Chris DeBow, Matt McCullough, and the rest of the gang, happy to be with them. As always, a good time to spend time at Smith Family Stadium. We have a little bit of wind blowing out directly to left field, and Duke especially has shown some power, but this Charlotte team has some big-time home run hitters. That'll be a base hit with 1 out. So a good piece of hitting coming from Jenna Lord. So Charlotte will now bring Audrey Wilson, the sophomore catcher. I mean, this team is so young. Audrey Wilson is the most veteran player in the starting lineup. Even the pitcher is a freshman. So there's 8 freshmen and a sophomore starting for Charlotte. And the old expression really does work for this team. They don't look like freshmen. They've got a record of 26 and 22. They've gone with this youth movement, and I think it's going to pay off in the long run. Lord, if you're wondering about her speed, she's a perfect 5 for 5 in stealing bases over at first base. She had a big lead, and Wilson kind of half checks it. It's behind the count 0-2. It's the second time Wheeler in 3 batters has been ahead of the count 0-2. And there's a strikeout. Wheeler with a little bit of emotion. Strikeout number 36 of the season for Wheeler. Wearing the glasses. We have referenced before the Wild Thing from the late great movie Major League. Charlie Sheen coming out of the bullpen with the goggles. As this is Sydney Lewis. Lewis takes a look at a ball. So Lewis with 2 home runs, 19 RBI, and a couple doubles. In on the hands, is it gonna leak out? Shattuck gets over there, is pretty close, but it kind of gets tangled into the net anyway, so I don't think it would have counted as it hit the net on its way down. So Lewis, the lefty, DP, freshman, 10 walks. You talk about another player that's got a great eye. She has struck out only 3 times. Aubrey Yarnall is going to be the pitcher that Duke will face. She's also a freshman. We'll have more on her when we return for the bottom of the first, but right now Charlotte's got something cooking here with runners at first and second. Quickly in from Lamar, the right fielder, as it's Matthews, Jennings, and Lamar across the outfield. So a couple base hits here, sandwiched around an easy play for Vega and a strikeout. And it is looking like Courtney Briot, who is in her 2nd season at Charlotte, coming over from Clemson. Really good player for Rhonda Ravel at Nebraska. Rhonda still getting it done for the Cornhuskers.
Pitch running at first base for the 49ers, number 0, Carly Keller.
So Carly Keller, another freshman. I mean, the entire team is freshmen with the exception of 1 sophomore for this Charlotte program. One ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Runners at first and second. Lord at second. Keller at first. Nice pitch at 66 miles per hour. Pretty good speed there from Wheeler. It'll be Jennings, Vega, and Oakland if Wheeler can get out of this top of the first inning here. Ends up kind of curving out of the strike zone and outside. Good job by Shattuck behind the plate. Kyrie Rodriguez also does a ton of catching, but it's been Shattuck behind the plate of late. Popped in the air, called off there by the veteran Vega. And Charlotte will lead 2. We'll come to the bottom of the first with Jennings, Vega, and Oakland. 3 players all hitting .420 or better. Through a half an inning, it's no score here in Durham.
Remember, fans, to ensure
great day for Dog in the Park, and that is part of the feature here as well. They're having a big alumni and season ticket holder event up on the upper concourse that looked fantastic. Some pretty yummy food. Tried to sneak in there, but decided otherwise. It'll be Jennings, Vega, and Oakland to face Aubrey Yarnell. Yarnell, a lefty. Jennings batting .429, slugging at .577, 12 doubles, 4 home runs. Takes a look at a strike. Rarely strikes out, 18 walks against 16 Ks, perfect in stolen bases. If she gets on, it's like an automatic triple. And then you've got the talented Vega on deck. Vega, who is just 4 home runs away from chasing town on a gold and the home run record set here at Duke. Duke, a relatively new program, but what's not new is they're just really, really good, as they're right in the middle of it with Florida State to win an ACC title 3-1 and fouled away by Jennings. Jennings and Vega, arguably the best 1-2 combo at the start. Combined, those two are 21 of 21 stealing bases, and combined they only have 27 strikeouts on the season. They're just complete softball players. Quickly played there, as you have to play that way against Jennings, and that's Lord over to win. 1 up, 1 down here in the bottom of the first of a scoreless game. Vega has a quick conversation with Jennings. Yes, here comes Vega. 5-game winning streak. For Duke coming into this one. Vega, all-times double leader at Duke, leads team in batting average, hits, runs scored, doubles, and triples. She's 1 away from the all-time doubles record at Duke of 21. So she could very easily leave as Duke's all-time doubles leader and Duke's all-time home run leader. And what a model of consistency, both at the plate and in the field. 2-0 now, 3-0 to Vega. With Jessica Oakland, the shortstop, waiting on deck. She's hitting .449. The first 3 batters that I mentioned, .429 or higher, led by Vega's .474. And she takes a look at a 4-pitch walk. So a runner on with 1 out here in the bottom of the first. And this will bring up Oakland.
For the Blue Devils, shortstop number 9, Jessica Oakland.
Oakland tallied .449, tallied career high 6 RBI at Liberty with 2 RBI doubles and a grand slam in the first 2 innings. So talking about getting off to a hot start against Liberty. Off-speed pitch dropped down to 49 across from a strike. Really nice pitch there from Charlotte. Again, all freshmen and just 1 sophomore. Well, in the lineup, they do have some veteran players. They've got Reese Cameron, who can catch. He's a junior. Emma Tisdale is a junior. A couple seniors in London Dirks and Jasmine Sanchez. So actually, while the batting order did spit out a bunch of freshmen, some of these players do have a couple more years. We'll get all that sorted out for you here, as it's 2-1 and a 1 out here in the top of the second. Jessica Oakland with 12 home runs, runner going. Good, really good jump. And it's Vega. Vega in for stolen base, number 9 out of 9. So now the top of the order, and Jennings and Vega now perfect 22 out of 22. Three balls, one strike, one out. And another walk, so good piece of batting by Vega. By Oakland, rather. That'll bring up Tyrena Jones.
Third baseman, number 1, Tyrena Jones.
So Tyrena Jones leads team in home runs and RBI. Hit 2 homers in 7th inning to walk off number 19 Stanford. She is one away from the single season home run title. Pops that one up in the air. That's going to be handled there by the second baseman. As underneath it is Jarrell. And now 2 on and 2 out here in the bottom of the first. Duke led by head coach Marissa Young, now in her 9th season at the helm of the program, holding a 341 and 136 overall ledger. Duke improved to a 35-12 overall after a thrilling 6-3 win over Tennessee Wednesday night, number 7 Tennessee, and a road series sweep of Boston College. The Blue Devils also hold that 18-3 mark in conference action to sit atop the ACC rankings. Blue Devils also captured 2 of 3 ACC softball weekly honors as Jessica Oakland was named the Player of the Week and Gabriella Shattuck was tabbed the Freshman of the Week. The league office announced on Tuesday. This one hit high in the air and pretty deep, and it's going to be gone. A 3-run home run. So well done by Layla Lamar.
That home run courtesy of Layla Lamar.
Layla Lamar has made it 3-0. For Lamar, that is her 12th home run of the season.
New batter for the Blue Devils.
It's 3-0 Duke.
27, KK Mathis.
It's another sign you cannot leave any doors open. I know you want to try to figure out how to get through Jennings and Vega, but if you get a couple players on, they have home run hitters up and down this batting order. As that'll bring up KK Mathis, the DP, hitting .312 on the season. She's got 7 home runs and 5 doubles, so she's got some major pop in her bat as well. That one will bounce up to the plate. Two balls, no strikes, 2 outs after the 3-run home run from Lamar. They got Jennings out. Vega reached on a walk. Oakland reached on a walk. They got Jones out, and then it was Lamar with the 3-run home run. As KK Mathis digs in with Shattuck, Stafford, and Matthews. The rest of the lineup for Marissa Young, the former all-star pitcher for the University of Michigan, where one year she was the Big Ten Pitcher of the Year, and in her final year she was the Big Ten MVP, which is just not that easy to do as a pitcher, but certainly showed her dominance playing for the Maize and Blue, who were really good in the early 2000s, winning a national championship, their only one in 2005, and the only one that belongs to the Big Ten. Of course, the ACC owns one from Florida State. And Florida State is the one team kind of hoping that Duke can slip up somehow against Clemson, but Duke is playing red hot softball right now. Already with a 3-0 lead, courtesy of a 3-run bomb from Lamar. And they're not done here. That's going to find the gap, and it'll be a quick hit single. So Good piece of hitting from Mathis.
Runner at first, stepping up to the plate.
Let's bring up the
for Duke,
reigning ACC Freshman of the Year, Gabriella Shattuck, who the freshman now hitting .343 on the season. Has done well in just 70 at-bats with 11 runs and 24 hits, 5 doubles, 6 home runs, and 23 RBI. Shattuck, the catcher, now at the plate for Duke here in the bottom of the first. Takes a look at a first pitch ball. Another ball. Three-run home run from Lamar. That one's going to go down the line and foul. It was really close. Diving over there was Jenna Lord. And try to take a stab at it. So here's Gabby Shattuck. 2 balls, 1 strike. It's a little bit too low. Audrey Wilson, the battery mate for Aubrey Yarnell. Three balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. 3-0 Duke. 3-run home run from Lamar, who happens to be the daughter to Marissa Young. She has another daughter playing out at UCLA. Lamar, by the way, spent a year at Florida before transferring back home here. Duke welcomed her with open arms, big-time player, talented family. Hit sharply right at the second baseman. Take the easiest way out, but guess what? Another home run, this coming from Layla Lamar, as Layla Lamar goes yard for home run number 12, 3 RBI. We played 1 inning at Smith Family Stadium, and it's Duke 3, Charlotte 0.
Score, Charlotte 0, Duke 3.
Family Stadium here in Durham, North Carolina. Top of the second, Duke hanging up 3. Duke really good if they score first, and they're really good at scoring in the first inning. As Wheeler back in the circle for Duke. It'll be batters 6, 7, and 8 for Charlotte. That'll be Olivia Williams, followed by Breland O'Hearn, followed by Savannah Wynn. And do want to remind you all that this team is not made up of all freshmen, as they do have a mixture of some juniors and seniors. Good play down there by Trina Jones over to Stafford, 1 up, 1 down. As Charlotte trying to get some first pitch action against Wheeler going. But the defense so good for Duke. And it's probably one of the things we don't talk about enough is we got this great offense. They figured out their pitching staff, but the defense amazing, and especially out in center field where Deanna Jennings can cover so much ground. But to be fair, across the infield, really, really strong. And it's a team that when they throw it over to first base, they have the ability to pick it, so they just don't give away outs. And I think that's why it's a team that could easily end up hosting some regional action here, if not even super regional action. They deserve it, and make another long run like they have done in prior years in the World Series. They've gone to the postseason beyond the ACC tournament, 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25 for this relatively new team. They gave Marissa Young a couple years to help build the team before they started, which was really smart, and that paid off. Yeah, there you see it. A 100% certainty that 2026 will be added, as they've got a strong national record and then a strong RPI as well. And one of the things that they often look at is, what have you done for me lately? And lately they have done really, really well. A rare loss pops in every once in a while, but that's going to happen in this game, softball and baseball. Of course, as you know, in those games, a lot of times build around failure, in the sense of not always 1 for 3 is great, but when it comes to softball, it's not too bad. There's the Duke women's basketball season ticket holders, and Lenny Wood threw out the first pitch. She went overhand with it, had a little heat on it, not bad. Full count. And that missed, so a walk. And Charlotte will see O'Hearn, the sophomore from Woodstock, Georgia, make her way down to first base. That'll bring up Savannah Wynn, and Savannah Wynn is a senior from Lancaster, South Carolina, Indialand High School. Good job by Shattuck to follow that pitch delivered outside of the strike zone that was rising. Runner on, 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out here, top the second for Charlotte. Charlotte 26 and 22 on the season. And this will draw a visit from Shattuck out to Wheeler. Wynn digs in. Vega's going to charge this one. Nice play. Gets the advanced runner, as a good piece of base running as well by O'Hearn to be out in front of Vega, as Vega went to attack it, and also a good job to avoid contact with Vega. At the end of the day, though, it's another assist and another out for Vega, the Duke Blue Devils. As that'll bring up Jayla Jarrell, hitting .275 with 3 home runs and 19 RBI. Jarrell, a sophomore from Duluth, Georgia, Peachtree Ridge High School. Jones, and they're going to call that a foul ball. Nice play by Jones anyway, as it'll give Jarrell another opportunity. If you are wondering about Duke, it'll be 8, 9, and 1. Stafford, Matthews, and Jennings in the bottom of the second. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. That last pitch from Wheeler at 57 miles per hour. Another great crowd. That's what happens when you know you've got a great team, and people are once again realizing that this addition, similar to those additions you just saw on the outfield wall there. Good shot of the crowd. It's a good team to come watch. They can hit home runs, they can play great defense, they can pitch by committee, and they know how to win ball games. That one ripped hard, and Jones had it the entire way. It will be Jayla Stafford, Adeline Matthews, and Deanna Jennings when we return to the bottom of the second. We have played 1.5 at Smith Family Stadium in Durham, and it's Duke 3, Charlotte 0.
Score, Charlotte 0, Duke 3.
Jayla Stafford up first here in the bottom of the second. Duke hanging 3 behind the Lamar 3-run bomb in the bottom of the first. So in the bottom of the second, they bring that 3-0 lead, and they bring 8, 9, and 1 to the plate for Marissa Young. Stafford hitting .298 with a couple home runs and 13 RBI. One ball, one strike. Seven doubles for Stafford and 10 walks and 12 strikeouts. Stafford will send it into the Duke pen, and it'll bounce out of the Duke bullpen. Stafford actually is a freshman from San Diego, California, at the Bishop School. Duke is such a destination program in all sports because of their great academics. Of course, their athletics off the chart. Really good play over third base. The second good play that Jenna Lord has played, and 1 up, 1 down here in the top of the second.
Heading to the plate for your Blue Devils, left fielder number 26, Adeline Matthews.
So that'll bring up Adeline Matthews, another freshman from Tallahassee, Florida. Marissa Young, assisted by Olivia Watkins, Taylor White. Jayla Wright, the great pitcher, was able to spend time with her to get a little bit more intel on the pitchers. As she indicated, Marissa Young would like to maybe get 3 arms into this midweek game, with Clemson coming into town Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Jennings, the leadoff hitter, on deck. Yarnell with an off-speed pitch there. That was curving away. 0-2 out in front of Adeline Matthews. Yarno attacking the 8-9 hitters for Duke. And Yarno goes right back up the middle, and that one's going to get through for a base hit. So with the count 0-2, good piece of base hitting right there from Adeline Matthews, which will allow the top of the order and Deanna Jennings to come up to the plate. And you get to this top of the order for Duke with sometimes even with 2 outs. Quite frankly, it doesn't matter. They can make things happen. Over the years with 2 outs, Duke, I think, one of the best 2-out teams in the country. Jennings takes a look at a strike that just barely caught the outside corner. And Jennings is one of those players, if you can get away with that first pitch strike, sometimes it limits her opportunities to lay down a bunt. She's not afraid to do it, and she's so good at it that you could still see it. But I think in this case, early doors, 3-0 lead, Jennings will be able to be looking to make contact, and sometimes that includes a hard slap as opposed to a slow slap that feels more like a bunt. That one outside. Adeline Matthews does have some speed as well, and that's a lot of times what you want in that 9 spot. She's at first base with 6 stolen base attempts and 6 successful attempts out of 7, better said. Just missing there to Jennings. So it'll go to 3-1 with Vega sitting on deck. Wind still blowing out more directly to left field, but trust me, Vega has no problem using that wind and heading over to left field if she needs to, and Jennings will walk. Now runners at first and second with Vega coming to the plate. I already told you Vega just 1 away from the 21 doubles record, and she's 4 home runs away from the all-time home run leader, Anna Gold, at 55. Kind of feel like they're going to play enough softball for Vega. Don't want to jinx her, but she's close enough and she is great enough where you get the feeling she can indeed chase down those records. Just missing that time from Yarnold. O'Hearn, Williams, and Dirks across the outfield. Lord, Ritchie, Jarrell, and Wynn across the infield. And it's Wilson, the battery mate from Yarnold. A little bit too high. It's 2-0 to Vega. As even with runners at first and second, you have to be so careful. But you have Jessica Oakland on deck, and then Trirena Jones after that, and then Lamar, who went yard by a mile right behind that. So a ton of power in the middle of this lineup. Vega's got 15 home runs. Oakland's got 12. Jones has 19, and Lamar hit her 12th in the first inning. Two balls, no strikes, 1 out, runners at first and second. Vega rips that one hard, but foul. Adeline Matthews at second base. Deanna Jennings at first base. Amina Vega, one of the best players in the entire country, let alone the ACC, at the plate. The count is 2-1, just 1 out. Duke looking to add to their 3-0 lead. And it's 3-1, just missing from Yarnold. Yarnold can get it up to 60 miles per hour. We have seen her hit 59 already. It's the curve and the drop that is really effective. And we've seen the curve, particularly away from right-handed batters, curve a couple feet as it crosses the plate. And that one's outside, and now the bases are loaded here. So the bases are loaded for Jessica Oakland, who comes in with those 12 home runs and 56 RBI, 21 walks and just 11 strikeouts. The kind of numbers you don't necessarily want to see when the bases are loaded. And with that, we could have our first pitching change. I didn't see anybody warming up in the bullpen, but Courtney Briot will have a visit. It was good to spend time with Alyssa Bilodeau, the pitching coach for Charlotte. And on the same time, as I mentioned, good to spend time with Jayla Wright, the pitching coach for the Duke Blue Devils. Briot, who, as I mentioned, played for Rhonda Revelle, one of the legends of the game out in Lincoln, Nebraska for the Cornhuskers. So Oakland, with the bases loaded on the season, hitting an impressive .750. So the bigger the moment, the more clutch she is. This one will go up the middle. They're going to go home with it, and it's going to be safe at home. So the bases are still loaded, and it's now 4-0 Duke. Great hustle to make it home from Jennings. That was actually Adeline Matthews that made it home. Jennings was just cleaning everything up there behind home plate. So here comes Tyrena Jones, one away from the single season home run record for the Duke Blue Devils. Jones pretty good with the bases loaded as well at .571. And rips that into the bullpen as already a Duke pitcher warming up. She'll send it back in through O'Hearn, the left fielder. And warming up there is, yeah, that's actually still was Wheeler, so just staying fresh. Hit sharply over to shortstop, and they do get Vega, but the runner at second base is safe. The run will score as Duke softball team does see Jennings cross, and it's now 5-0 Duke on top of Charlotte.
To the batter's box for Duke, number 7, Layla Lamar.
So here's Layla Lamar, who had a 3-run bomb, her 12th in the season, to make it 3-0. It's now 5-0. And a 3-run bomb right here can make it 8-0 early doors. Does take a look at a first pitch strike. That home run has pushed her batting average up to .393. And has pushed her RBI total up to 37 for Lamar. Charlotte, no runs on 2 hits. Duke, 5 runs on 3 hits, as we are not out of the second inning here yet. Again, Duke, such a great 2-out team. Layla Lamar took a home run swing at that, but unfortunately just did not get the barrel on the ball. Oakland at second, Jones at first, Lamar at the plate. 5-0, 2 more across here in the bottom of the second at Smith Family Stadium on the east campus of Duke University, this wonderful softball park. Got the hill out in the outfield, especially attractive out in right field, where it works perfectly for a pretty good view, and the hill with the slope, ideal. The stands are filled up as well. And just a bit outside, so it's full count, 2 outs. That means Lamar is going to see a pitch to hit here. KK Mathis waiting on deck. Full count delivery, and outside, so Lamar with that 3-run home run shows some discipline, and she will walk and make way for KK Mathis. Bases loaded in the bottom of the second, already 5-0 Duke.
Loaded. Stepping up for the Blue Devils,
Duke 35-12 on the season. little dribbler up the middle and out at second. So Duke will leave 3 out there, but they will bring 2 across the plate. For Charlotte, due up the top of the order. That's Dirks, Lord, and Wilson. But Charlotte down 5-0. We played 2 innings complete in Durham.
Your score, Charlotte 0, Duke 5.
The top of the third, and it does look like Duke has made a change. Larissa Jaquez has come into the circle, the junior from Eagle Pass, Texas, transfer from Incarnate Word. So the new pitcher is Jaquez for the Duke Blue Devils. That was anticipated, as Jaquez can get it in the low 60s, has a tremendous drop ball and really good off-speed stuff as well. So Jaquez now in the circle for Marissa Young and Duke with their team up 5-0. Oakland caught it, stepped right into it, didn't even bother with the crow steps. Got a great cannon over there, 1 up, 1 down.
Now batting number 11, Jenna Lord.
So here's Jenna Lord, a redshirt senior. She's got 11 home runs on the season, 14 doubles and 2 triples, 27 extra base hits to go with the 36 RBI. She got a base hit her first time up to juice up her average to 445. And that one a little bit high from Jaquez. Jaquez with a 4.64 ERA on the season. 4-4 is her record. She has started 7 games and has gone the distance for 2 complete games. Does have a shutout. Came into this game with 63 1/3 innings pitched, giving up 70 hits, 45 runs, 42 ins, 32 walks, and 46 earned. So 45 runs, 42 earned runs is what I meant to say for Larissa Jaquez. A junior transfer from Incarnate Word. Gianna Jennings has a beat on it. It is deep, but Jennings has it. Runs in, just a little touch against the center field wall, and 2 up, 2 down here at the top of the third. Jennings, such a talent out there in the outfield. Such a talent at the plate, such a talent, period. As that'll bring up Audrey Wilson. So Wilson bats third, struck out her first time up. This one hit out to Lamar, and an easy inning for Jaquez coming out of the bullpen. did not have to pitch too many pitches. We have played 2.5 in Durham, and it's Charlotte 0, Duke 5 with the Blue Devils coming to the plate when we return. Family Stadium here in Durham, North Carolina, on the east campus of Duke University, one of the premier universities in the country. And the first pitch from Yarnall, who has stayed out there. Yarnall came into this game with a 3.85 ERA, a 5-3 record. This is her 19th appearance. She had given up 9 home runs before Lamar made it 10 in that first inning where they scored 3 runs. Duke would add 2 more in the second as they come to the plate here in the third with Shattuck, Stafford, and Matthews. It's the bottom of the order, but dare I say, when it comes to the Duke Blue Devils, there just doesn't feel like there is a bottom of the order. Good play by Ritchie as she gets it over to win, and 1 up, 1 down for Duke here in the bottom of the third and with a 5-0 lead.
Heading to the batter's box for Duke is number 72, Jayla Stafford.
So that'll bring back up Jayla Stafford, who grounded out to the third baseman. A good play from Lord, her first time up. Stafford now with a .298 batting average, has hit a couple home runs, does have 7 doubles. Stafford stepped out of the plate as that did look a little bit low. Count is 0-1, 1 out. Eddie Hall is behind the plate as part of our umpire crew. Daniel Keefe is over at first base, and Jay Breckbill, the third base umpire. That is your umpire crew here for this matchup at Smith Family Stadium in Durham, North Carolina, where the Duke Blue Devils lead at 5-0. That one hit down the line, and they call that one foul again. Good rip from Stafford. Lord, Ritchie, Jarrell, and Wynn across the infield behind Yarnall. And that'll go right back up the middle from Stafford, and a 1-out base hit for Duke, who have put runners on in every inning so far to start this one from Smith Family Stadium. So here's Adeline Matthews, who scored the first run in the second inning to make it 4-0. Got a base hit and would come around and score. And we may have a pitching change. We'll have a pitching change. Yep, so 15 coming into the game. Taylor Jones, the sophomore from Wake Forest, North Carolina, spent a little bit of time at Queens before joining Charlotte. Yarnell will head to the bench. That does not necessarily mean that is the last time we will see her. So the new pitcher for Charlotte is Brooke Bowling, the right-handed redshirt senior from Stem, North Carolina.
Now in the circle for the Charlotte Fighting Liners, right-hander, number 32, Brooke Bowling.
Brooke Bowling with a 5.58 ERA. She's 9-7 on the season. This will be appearance 28, which will tie her for Taylor Jones for the most appearances for Charlotte. Brooke has started 13 games. She has 3 complete games, also has a save. She's pitched 85 and a third innings, given up 105 hits, 76 runs, 68 earned. She has walked 72 and struck out 16. She has given up more home runs than anybody on the Charlotte pitching staff, as she's given up 14. And teams have been hitting .312 against her. She does have the tendency to sometimes let one loose. She has 17 wild pitches. The next closest to that is Taylor Jones, who is part of the pitching staff for Charlotte with 8. Brianna Kemp has 7.
And once again, fans batting for
So the new
Blue
pitcher
Devils,
is Brooke
26,
Bowling, the
Matthews.
redshirt senior from Stem, North Carolina, and South Granville High School. And she'll face Adeline Matthews, who already has a hit and scored a run. And a good first pitch coming out of the bullpen from number 32. Stafford at first base with one out here in the bottom of the third. 5-0 in favor of Duke. Great pitch in on the hands. That first one catching the outside corner. Now the second one comes inside. So really nice job out of the bullpen from number 32, Brooke Bowling, the redshirt senior. Popped in the air. Calling for it is Lord, and Lord brings it in. So now 2 down, still with Stafford standing on first base.
Top of the Blue Devils batting order with number 10, Deanna Jennings.
Deanna Jennings, as Duke routinely runs through their order. They played 3 innings, and it's the 3rd time at the plate for the leadoff hitter for the Duke Blue Devils. Jennings 0 for 1, walked and scored. That one is going to be considered a base hit as it took a tough bounce. Great piece of running by Stafford. And now runners are at the corners. And have I mentioned how good Duke is with 2 outs? And it's not just this year. It has been that way for pretty much as long as this program's been running, as Marissa Young got it going. But over the last several years, as Duke has made deep runs, they've won ACC titles, it has been their ability to make a lot of things happen with 2 outs. And then also, as you take a look at Stafford going into third, their ability to be really smart running the bases, getting extra bases, so important in the game of softball. The runner going, they throw it back, they're going to throw that one away, and now it's 6-0. And that's all caused by the effort from Stafford, and then Jennings comes all the way around, and she makes it 7-0. As Jennings can turn anything into more than something, and that's exactly what Jennings does there as they throw it around. And you cannot throw it around when Jennings is out on the field, and she'll come all the way around to make it now 7-0, and we're still here in the bottom of the third with 2 outs. This is Vega. Good eye, takes a look at a ball. It's a good pitch, but it's now 2-0. As Brooke Bowling got off to a decent start, but there just are no easy openings in this Duke lineup. And then next thing you know, you got Jennings and Vega coming to the plate with all of these big hitters for the Duke Blue Devils, and Oakland, Jones, Lamar, Mathis, and Shattuck as well. 3-0 to Vega. With a 7-0 lead, they could give a green light to Vega. She's that good. They do give the green light. She does hit it over to win at second base, but not before Duke, behind aggressive base running, pushes 2 more across. 7 runs on 5 hits, for Duke. No runs on no hits for Charlotte.
For Duke, 2 runs on 2 hits, no runners left on base. We play.
Ritchie and Williams to face pitcher number 2 for Marissa Young, Jaquez. As we head to the top of the 4th, Duke has produced in every inning. They got 3 in the first, 2 in the second, 2 more in the third. The 3 in the first, courtesy of a 3-run home run from Lamar. Wind blowing out a bit to left field. Again, it'll be 4, 5, and 6 due up for Charlotte here in the top of the 4th. Duke 35 and 12 on the season. Charlotte 26 and 22. Lewis 1 for 1, now hitting .275 on the season. She does have 2 home runs and 2 doubles. Rarely strikes out. It's only struck out 3 times on the season, Lewis has. As we're in the top of the 4th, Jaquez in relief of Wheeler. Wheeler went 2 innings, gave up 2 hits, 1 ball, 1 strike, no runs. Vega attacks the ball. Bounce comes up to her, no problem. 1 up, 1 down. So they'll bring Tegan Ritchie, the junior from West Stanley High School here in the state of North Carolina. Ritchie 0 for 1 today, hitting .255. She does have power though, 12 home runs. And again, with the wind blowing out the left field, she does have the ability to clear that left field wall. Duke playing Ritchie pretty much straight up. Ritchie goes opposite field, and it's going to drop in front of Lamar. So a nice piece of hitting there from Ritchie with 1 out, as Charlotte has a runner on base here. And that'll bring Olivia Williams, the junior from Youngsville, North Carolina, Wake Forest High School.
For Charlotte, number 10, Olivia Williams.
It's kind of right on the other side of Raleigh, North Carolina. As you take Capitol Boulevard out, if you went all the way, you would be potentially heading to Virginia. Williams 0 for 1 today, hitting .308. She's got a couple home runs with 20 RBI. Popped in the air. Jennings lets Vega win the call for it. So Vega has it, now 2 down here. So with that, as we think about who's coming to the plate for Duke, it's 3, 4, and 5. Oakland, Jones, and Lamar. All 3 of them capable with one lonely swing of the bat to make this an 8-run game if Charlotte cannot get runners across. I only say that because most of you know if you play 5 innings and you're up 8 or more, it's ball game. 7 runs on 5 hits for Duke, 3 hits for Charlotte, looking for more. As Ritchie over at first base, trying to make things interesting for Shattuck, the catcher for Duke. Ritchie is 4 for 8 in stolen base attempts. And a great pitch coming from Jaquez. Jaquez dealt that one at 63. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs to O'Hearn. And strike 3. So Duke will leave 1 out there for Charlotte. We have played 3 1/3. Duke coming to the plate with 3, 4, and 5 and a 7-0 lead through 3 1/2 in Durham.
Score Charlotte 0, Duke 7.
Bottom of the 4th with a hefty 7-0 lead. In relief of Aubrey Yarno is Brooke Bowling, who got out of the 3rd, pitched 2/3, gave up 1 hit, 1 run. And Bowling will stay out there as she'll face Jessica Oakland. 0 for 1 today. Oakland with 12 home runs and 57 RBI and a lofty batting average of .445. Jessica Oakland, the redshirt junior, transferred from the Minnesota Golden Gophers, fouls that one away. A little bit different weather situation for Oakland than what she saw in Minnesota. One ball, 1 strike. And just a little high from Bowling. As I mentioned, 17 wild pitches on the season. She has hit 7 batters as well. Both are team highs. She came into this game having walked 72 and struck out 68. That one up around the eyeballs of Oakland, who liked the pitch there, even though she was ahead of the count. 2-1. A little low, it's 3-1. Tarina Jones on deck, followed by Lamar. Three balls, 2 strikes, no out. Bottom of the 4th, 7-run lead. And Oakland stays alive, fouls one that was out of the strike zone away. Full Full count, you can never be too sure. Close enough to take a hack at it. And look for a better pitch here. Full count pitch again. Fouls that one away. Right above me and over top. The best seat in the house here, right behind the batter's box. It's been a delight over the years to call Duke softball. That one hit sharply. Great piece of hitting by Oakland, as Oakland with a leadoff base hit here in the bottom of the fourth. Every inning, obviously, after they've scored 3 in the first, 2 in the second, 2 in the third, because made some things happen. They've just added on with that 2-out kind of destroyer mentality. This is Tyrena Jones, sitting on 19, one away from the single season home run record. So we will have a pinch runner here for the Duke Blue Devils, as Aaliyah Terrell will come in, the senior from Greensville, North Carolina, transferred from Boston College, went to Page High School, where among other impressive athletes and people, Danny Manning went to Page High School, John Isner, the 6'5" tennis player, also from Page High School, and the list goes on and on. Nice work by Bowling to get out in front of Jones, 0-2 with Lamar sitting on deck. Pops this one high in the air. Underneath it is Olivia Williams, and it'll be a long out. First out here in the bottom of the fourth. So that's going to bring up Lamar. Layla Lamar with that 3-run home run in the first. And she's also walked, so 1 for 1 day for Lamar. Outside pitch. Trying for the picture perfect placement there was Brooke Bowling, the redshirt senior from STEM, North Carolina, and South Granville High School. Really seeing the ball is Lamar. Lamar hitting .393 now. She's got a runner on where she's been really good, hitting .446, slugging at .756. She has walked 23 times, struck out 17, 9 doubles, 2 triples, and 12 home runs. Been hit by a hit pitch 4 times. That one's going to hit the bull behind, and a rounding second is Terrell, the pinch runner. So now Duke has put themselves in a pretty good position here with a runner at second base, as that one was a little bit too high for Audrey Wilson to chase down the delivery from Brooke Bowling. Well, Lamar was looking to make sure they had at least the 8 runs with that swing, way out of the strike zone, but a big rip at it, and it's 2-2. KK Mathis waiting on deck. 2 balls, 2 strikes outside. Good eye from Lamar. After chasing it one way out of the strike zone, the discipline triggers right back and does not chase that one. Terrell, the pinch runner at second base. Bowling gets the signal. Full count here. Bowling. And it's fouled away by Lamar. That one's going to go over the fence there in foul territory. Even opposite field, Lamar hits it pretty far. Down the lines, nice little crackerjack appeal to anybody that can either swing it and pull it or has the ability to go opposite field. It's attractive and great piece of batting for Lamar as she's at second base, or at first base with runners at first and second. That will bring up number 27, KK Mathis, the senior from Westchester, Ohio, Lakota West, a perennial power in Ohio softball. She did spend some time at James Madison, which has delivered some big-time seasons and big-time players. Duke cooking again here. Mathis fouls it away. Mathis had a base hit in the first and a fielder's choice hit to the second baseman her second time up. A .316 on the season. Struck out just 12 times, has power with 7 home runs and 5 doubles. Bowling, who was able to get Lamar to swing at a couple high pitches, then Lamar dialed it in and got the walk. Mathis did not bite. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Fouled away. KK Mathis, a tremendous two-way player. Played a go-ahead run in the win at Georgia Tech back on March 20th. Made her pitching debut against Campbell. I was there for that. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Kyrie Rodriguez waiting on deck. Mathis. Nice piece of hitting. Planted that right foot, stepped forward with the left foot, swung right through it, just a little bit out ahead. So the 2-2, 1 out delivery on its way from Brooke Bowling. Bowling leans into it. Fouled away again, and it'll head into the bullpen for Charlotte. Charlotte 26 and 22 on the season, 10 and 11 in their conference play. They are in the middle of a 3-game losing streak. That one's gonna work its way through. Should score a run. Nope, they hold them up, and probably a good decision as holding over there at third base, the pitch runner, Terrell. So now runners at first, second, and third.
Bases loaded, stepping up to the plate for Duke, number 32, Kyrie Rodriguez.
Kyrie Rodriguez will come into the game. Mathis, who I thought had an RBI there, but they elect to hold Terrell over at first base.
Now running at first base for the Blue Devils is number 3, Ariel Kruger.
Ariel Kruger, the freshman from Van Buren Township, Michigan, will be the pinch runner at first base. The bases are loaded again. Duke. Kyrie Rodriguez, first at bat. Rodriguez hitting .219 on the season, 5 home runs and 5 doubles. She does not walk. She is up there to hit. And because of that, kind of a high strikeout ratio. She's got 24 Ks. She has scored 11 runs. And 2 balls, 1 strike. It's Terrell, the pinch runner at third base. Layla Lamar, one of the heroes of the game with that 3-run home run in the first and second. And Ari Kruger, the pinch runner at first base. Jada Baker on deck. It's actually Jayla Stafford who is back on there on deck. But keep an eye on where Jada Baker ends up. Start the 5th inning. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. This would be huge if Brooke Bowling can avoid giving up that 8th run. Wow. Big old swing from Kyrie Rodriguez. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out to Kyrie. That's low, now full count. Of course, he didn't play a ton, but Kyrie Irvin, a talented basketball player now with the Mavs, overcoming an injury. Spent some time here at the Duke Blue Devils, so that name resonates here in Durham land. And fouled down the line on this aggressive at bat from Rodriguez. Again, Rodriguez with limited walks is up there to make contact, but wants to try to avoid strikeout number 25 on the season. And let's see what Bowling brings here. Rex Bowling in the circle for Charlotte. Pitch is high, might have eyes, and it drops. And that will score the 8th run as Terrell, the pinch runner, drops in. Great piece of hitting by Kyrie Rodriguez, who gets the RBI. And tomorrow it'll look like a line drive, 1 hopper to the wall. There's that one, kind of a seeing-eye blooper that will fall between the third baseman, shortstop, and left field. One ball, no strikes, 1 out. This one also could potentially drop in. No, it's caught by the right fielder. Good rush on it was Dirks. Now bases remain loaded with 2 outs. That'll bring Adeline Matthews to the plate. Base hit and a run in the second. Popped to the third baseman her last time up, as she's 1 for 2. The utility player that can catch and play outfield. Matthews hits this one high in the air, and that's going to be the 3rd out. But here's the deal. Charlotte's going to need to score a run to extend this game. We played 4 complete, and with runs in the first, that's 3, 2 more in the second and third, and 1 more in the fourth. It's Duke 8, Charlotte 0.
4 complete innings here at Smith Family Stadium. Your score, Charlotte 0.
Blue Devils went 2 innings, gave up 2 hits, no runs. Larissa Jaquez, 2 innings, 1 hit, no runs. And Ava Bradshaw now in to try to close things out for the Duke Blue Devils. Ava Bradshaw can deal it as she can hit low to mid 60s. Got a good curveball as well. Ava Bradshaw, a 4.01 ERA, 6-1 on the season. This will be her 23rd appearance. She has started 11 of those games. She's pitched 50 and 2/3 innings, given up 57 hits, 32 runs, 29 earned, 35 walks, and 29 Ks. As Bradshaw will face Wynn for Charlotte. If Duke can stop Charlotte from scoring, they will win this game and improve their record on the season to 36-12. Wynn grounded to the second baseman her first time up. Charlotte in this game hitting 3 for 15. Duke 8 for 21. Part of the reason why they're up 8-0. And that across from a strike. Defensively, it's Jones who stays at third, Oakland at short, Vega at second, Stafford at first, Rodriguez now in to catch. It'll be Matthews, and that's number 26, Alan Matthews, out in left field. Deanna Jennings and Lamar Lloyd out at right field here to try to close this one out. Count 2-2. It's Wynn, Jayla Jarrell, and then the top of the order for Charlotte. Little dribbler. It's going to be a tough play and a foul ball. So Wynn now hitting .292. As a leadoff hitter, there is no numbers of record. So Bradshaw, who got the win back on April 17th against Boston College. Her only loss of the season was a game back on February 15th against Missouri. She got a win against CSU Bakersfield on February 7th, a win against Hawaii on February 19th, a win against Virginia Tech on March 14th, and a couple wins against Stanford on March 27th and March 29th, and then added her 6th win of the season at Boston College on April 17th.
New batter for Charlotte, number 23, Jayla Jarrell.
There's Jayla Jarrell, the sophomore infield, after the walk there. So not exactly what the Duke team is looking for, knowing that if they can hold Charlotte to no runs here in the top of the 5th, they'll win the game, courtesy of the 8-run rule. Just a little low and down from Bradshaw. Trying to close this one out after solid performances from Wheeler and Jaquez as planned, as this one kind of scripted out by the Duke team. That one catches the corner. London Dirks, the leadoff hitter, waiting on deck. This one could have a chance to stay in play, and it does. It's picked up over there by Stafford. So Bradshaw needed it an easy out. She gets it after giving up that leadoff walk. But now she will face the top of the order in London Dirks, looking for her first hit of the game. Dirks rounded to Vega her first time up, and then grounded to Oakland her second time up, as the infield playing are pretty much straight up, and a beautiful first pitch from Bradshaw. That one clocked at 67 from Bradshaw. And Bradshaw hits the corner, framed nicely by Rodriguez, one of the best in the game, to catch the black of the home plate. So win at first base. Popped in the air like right over my broadcast spot here. So Bradshaw with 29 strikeouts on the season. Would love strikeout number 30 here. And bounces that one up. Good dig by Rodriguez behind the plate. Don't forget the mighty Clemson Tigers, also known as Clemson Chad Lampman University. They'll be here Friday night for a 6 p.m. game on ACC Network Extra, as that one is ripped foul. And then on Saturday at noon, and they'll close it out on Sunday at 5. And that'll be it with the ACC tournament looming, that is, May 6th through the 9th. 1 ball, 2 strike delivery to London Dirks, looking for her first hit of the game. And strike 3 for Dirks, as she will sit down. So now just 1 out away.
Stepping up to the plate, number 11, Jenna Lord.
It'll be Jenna Lord stepping to the plate. Jenna Lord, a redshirt senior, spent time at Texas Tech, Ole Miss, and Alabama before wrapping up here at Charlotte. 1 for 2 on the day, an impressive batting average of .442. She does have the ability to knock it out of here. And took a swing for it, did not connect. No barrel on the ball there, just fouled away. 1-1, 2 strikes. Bradshaw trying to end this one. This one hits sharply to Vega. Vega to end it. And the Duke Blue Devils have done it again as they improve to 36-12 on the season, with Clemson coming in to wrap up the ACC regular season. Charlotte will fall to 26-23. A big hit early from Layla Lamar, 3-run home run, set the tone for yet another Duke win. I want to thank Chris Tebow, Matt Makula, and the rest of our gang for each and every one of them. I'm Dean Linke saying so long from Smith Family Stadium, where the Duke Blue Devils get win number 36, 8-0 over Charlotte, and you saw it all right here on ACC Network Extra.
To purchase tickets,